We're here at Eagle Park as the Hancock County Hornets just single. I believe we got our technical.
Oh, we got a throwaway here, and he's going to hit up at second. Let's see if he gets all the way to third. He's going to round. It's the courtesy runner, Andrew Butcher. He's going to look and go all the way to third on the air by the pitcher on the throwaway on the pickoff.
Yeah, mental error early on from Apollo is going to put a runner on third for Hancock County. First baseball game of the season here.
And now up to bat now to be the first baseman, Caleb Cowan, the lefty. Sitting there 1-0 count with one out. Now Butcher, like I said, it was Drew Leday who the catcher singled. Butcher courtesy ran for him. And so now the big left-hander comes up, Steve, 1-0 count. As it's Tyler Payne on the mound. Pitch 2, curveball in, makes it 2-0.
And you got the leadoff batter to fly out to a left field right down the line there for Hancock County to open the game.
Let's see if they beat this. If I'm Payne here, I don't mind putting Cowan on here early. I don't give in here with a fastball. He's a dead red hitter. The big lefty. 2-0. Payne will wind and deal. Goes up and in 3-0. I think if I'm Coach Mason Head, I'd just say, you know what, give him the 4. Yeah. Let's put him on. Let's up the double play ball.
Yeah, because he's got big-time power.
I wouldn't say that he will give in here on a 3-0. This won't be one of those cut it down the middle fastballs. 3-0. Big cut by Caleb Cowan. Swing and miss makes it 3-1.
Yeah, he swung right underneath it looks like there.
Tried to pull the outside fastball. On deck will be Logan Wills, the third baseman.
We're just marveling at the technical difficulties. We've literally done nothing different. It's like
3-1 pitch. Tried to come inside. Missed with it. Walked him. So I'll bring up first and third now after the walk.
Yeah, Payne, a junior for Apollo out there. Like I say, coming off a couple wins last night. Somerset and North Hardin down in the Bardstown Classic down there fared pretty well. He lost one game down there.
And I'll bring up Logan Willis, the third baseman. First and third here, one out. As the Eagles compounded the problem with the pickoff error. Pitch, runner goes on his way. He's going to steal that one, stealing straight up on the stolen base and indifference. Makes second and third now with one out.
He's a nice curveball there, dropped right in the zone for the strike.
So now you got Cowan at second, Butcher at third. 0-1 count for Willis. It's Hancock County trying to break open early here in the top of the first. Pitch by Payne. Now he's going to throw another pick off the third, and he's back. No problem there.
Yeah, almost threw it away there, Vic.
He did.
Hamilton wasn't on the bag over there, and almost threw it away.
That's one of those timing plays. You know, the pitcher lifts his foot, the third baseman breaks, and try to time it all out. He was back with no problem. So it's 0-1 now. Payne from the stretch will deal. Another curveball, line drive right to third baseman, caught, races to the bag for the double play.
Wow. Great job by Landon Hamilton over there at the hot corner, and hot corner indeed. So Hancock County strands 2 runners here. We remain scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Apollo coming to bat, 0-0. ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week, 102.7 The Game.
You come to us broken. You come to us injured. You come to us scared.
Base running.
And you come to us lost. But we pick you up when you're broken. We stand beside you while you heal. We help you defeat your fears. And we find justice. We are Foreman Watson Poultry. And we are dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
ATTC Manufacturing in Tell City is a proud sponsor of the High School Game of the Week. ATTC Manufacturing currently hiring for hourly and maintenance positions and are offering a $500 stay-on bonus at 6 months along with a $1,000 stay-on bonus at 1 year of service. Apply now at attcmfg.com or in person at 10455 State Road 37 in Tell City, Indiana. Catch exciting high school sports on 102.7 The Game, ESPN Owensboro, courtesy of ATTC Manufacturing.
Welcome back live at the ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. It's we're trying to get this new equipment squared away, Vic, and it's got me a little flustered here, but we'll settle in. We'll settle in. It's the first half inning of baseball season on a beautiful Friday night. What more could you ask for? We got some lineup cards that we
Yeah,
missed
we'll go
at the
through the
beginning.
lineup for Hancock County. Leading off will be the shortstop, Cole Dixon. Batting second, the catcher, Drew Leday. You have Caleb Cowan, the first baseman, in the 3-hole. And the cleanup spot, Logan Willis, the third baseman. Then Austin Vocalo, the center fielder. Sam Waltz, the right fielder. Jake Frames, the DH. Luke Brown at second base. Hunter Sevier in left field. And doing the mound tonight for Hancock will be Ryan Ogle. Your lineup card for your Eagles. Harrison Bowman in right field. Tanner Klee at center field. Nick Judd at shortstop. It'll be number 9. Max Holder will be the second baseman. Dan St. Clair at first base. Nolan Millay in left field. Landon Hamilton at third. You got Tyler Payne doing the pitching. And then Dalen Brown, the DH. He's hitting for Cheney, the catcher. So the leadoff hitter steps in, Harrison Bowman, and he gets hit right in the middle of the numbers on pitch number 1. And
I felt that up here, Vic.
You don't rub it, though, Steve.
That's right,
You
but
can't rub it. No, that's illegal.
I would. I mean,
No.
I would. I'd probably be walking out into the outfield right now, just stretching that thing out a little bit.
So
Between the shoulder blades there.
So now Tanner Klee, the left-handed hitting Klee, will come up with a man at first. And let's see if they try to move one here early or if they play it straight up here. I think I'd at least take one after hitting the leadoff hitter. Ogle in the stretch. Wheels and deals. Swing, ground ball. And that's going to be a base hit up the center field. And they'll just, he's going to make the turn and go on to third base. Here comes the throw. It's going to be behind. He threw it over the cutoff man's head, which is going to allow Klee to take second. And not good defense right there as you didn't attack the ball coming in,
Sure.
so you gave it because Bowman
Bowman's
wasn't
fast.
going to go first or
No.
third. He was going down to second, was going to be happy there, but they didn't attack it, so he turned it on and went. Then you try to throw it all the way to third base, and then you give up the extra one on the throw on the single, and now you put 2 runners in scoring position, second and third, nobody out. That'll bring up shortstop Nick Judd.
Yeah, Judd's off to a tremendous start on the mound this season. Pretty good at the plate as well.
Ogle now from the stretch, curveball outside and low, ball 1. And those are the little, we talk about in football, Steve, we have like what we call hidden yards, a lot of special teams.
Sure.
Those are plays where you give up hidden bases, where you let runners get in scoring position when they shouldn't. One, it should have been first and second. Ball in the dirt, nice job by the catcher blocking that one. It'd be 2-0. One, it should have had first and second. Bowman had no thoughts of going to third base on that.
No, you just come up, hit the cutoff, and move on. But try to make the big play there, and then it allows Klee to advance a second as well.
Judd sitting in a good offensive count here, 2-0. From the stretch, Ogle, fastball, missed outside, 3-0.
A little bit of a jam here in this bottom half of the first inning. Still scoreless as Hancock County stranded 2 runners on second and third to open the ball.
1 runner.
One.
Had a line drive out, you got the guy out of third.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Fastball down the middle, 3-1. So Judd looked like he was taking that one all the way. It'll be 3-1, second and third, nobody out here, bottom of the first for the Eagles. Ogle comes set. And he's going to fake the pitch off the third base. Nobody's there, so they'll reset it up.
We're having a little bit of a track meet over there at the football field.
Oh.
Just a little. It's just weird me being an Apollo guy being over here. Just the facilities, the layout is just it's just a little different.
It is a lot different. They're going to fake it again to third base.
Really worried about Bowman taking home.
Some could be he just didn't like the call from the catcher.
Sure.
He was wanting a different pitch.
Not comfortable out there. 3-1 coming up. Got first base open.
Got a
for
sign
Judd.
there, and he backed off again, so still wasn't comfortable. Shakes the first one off, and now they're going to talk about it here. Somebody there was one of those where Ogle was not happy with the pitch selection.
Got to commend the Apollo Eagles, man. Being this early in the season for the field to look this nice, man. It's beautiful out here. I know Coach Head said that's one of his favorite things to do is get out there on the field, work on it a little bit. Former Coach Mantu, you'd always find him over here working on the field, man.
There's nothing more relaxing than jumping on the mower and getting out and mowing your outfield grass, mowing your infield grass. It just makes the day better.
It looks immaculate.
Ogle comes set, fires, down low, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded of Eagles for Holder to come up.
Billy Ray Cartwright would say a flock of eagles on the base paths right now for Apollo, all loaded right now. And Holder coming off a big game last night, looking to stay hot at the plate.
Got a chance to drive in a couple here.
Had a couple hits last night versus North Hardin.
Hancock surprisingly brings the corners in, 2 up the middle. That ball's in the dirt. Nice job by the umpire to block that one. Saved a run.
It was.
That was a beautiful job by the umpire. He took that one right in the old wickets.
Yeah, and now he's got to walk it off. I tell you, coming from the pace of the third region basketball tournament to the way this first inning has been played,
baseball's different.
I've really got to slow it down.
Yeah, you got to have stories. You talk a little bit in between innings. You can give scores. We could do live at 5:30 right here, Steve.
Yeah, I think so. You know, you look down and we're getting a pitching visit right now as the umpires kind of walking off the injury. I did want to highlight last night McLean County. How about the 8th grader Aiden Rice with a 7-strikeout no-hitter last night in the big win over Russellville. So they split a pair of games. They did lose the first game to Creighton County. But I've heard a lot about this young man, Aiden Rice.
Oh, he's up and coming. Jimmy Rice, who was a star baseball player, his young son.
Yeah, and that's got the McLean County Cougars, I believe, every time he started, they've got a W in the column. So as an 8th grader, which is pretty tremendous.
Not bad. Looks like a couple of Hornets will walk down to the bullpen in no hurry here, but they'll go down and maybe start getting a little bit loose. So it's 1-0, bases loaded. Pitch. That's going to be a strike down the middle. Holder was taken there, and it'll even the count to 1-1.
Good pitch there from Ogle. Get yourself back in this thing. All you need is a ground ball here. Just get something on the infield and limit the damage here.
Try to throw the curveball over.
Nice
Got
pitch,
a nice call. That was a little high. Makes it 1-2. Big looping curveball. Now 1-2 on Holder. And this one, he's got to get the ball in play and driving the run.
Good response from Ogle out of that meeting there.
Comes set and deals. Fastball low. 2-2.
Way to lay off there from Holder. He wanted it.
He did. Couple Hornets down in the pen getting loose. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Ogle deals, ground ball towards third. It'll be foul, and it'll stay 2-2. And here you'll trade 2 for 1 here. You'll give up a run, try to get you a ground ball, get you a double play, and it's a rally killer. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Holder. You've got Bowman at first, Clee at second, Judd at first. Ogle deals, curveball fouled off out of play. He'll stay 2-2. Nice job by Holder there. Fouled off the fastball in, down the line foul, and that was a little bit of a hanging curveball that he fouled off.
Yeah, he's trying to find his pitch here, 2-2 count. Bases loaded, first inning, nobody out. So Paulo getting set for a big inning if they can put the bat on the ball here.
Ogle comes set. He'll fire in. Curveball on the dirt. Line drive up
Nice
the middle
shot.
for a base hit. That'll score 1. Let's see if they hold it. They hope they're going to hold him. They're going to have to cut this one off here as it goes all the way to the plate. Once again, overthrew the cutoff man. And a single and an RBI for Holder, and it'll still be bases loaded here.
And that's just a good piece of hitting from Holder there. He reached out and put the bat on the ball, just put it in play, and it was right up the middle. And really good at bat. You know, he kind of got ahead, then he got down and battled through some tough pitches and found the one that he liked, knocked it in the center field.
This will be to bring up the big first baseman, Dan St. Clair. He make a mistake here, and it could be 5-0 real quick.
St. Clair's had a homer to his credit already this season. There's some buses back there with a target on it.
Curveball low for ball 1. Nice job by St. Clair. And this is one, if you're St. Clair, you're looking for 1 pitch and 1 spot here early in the count.
Yeah.
Something you could do damage with. If you don't get it, you just take it on to the next one.
There it
Fastball. He
is,
turns on it, hits this one way gone, but foul. It stayed in the park.
Barely, yeah. But one hop the wall there.
It's a good pitch by Ogle. He got it his kitchen there. St. Clair turned on it, but there was no way for him to keep that ball fair. One thing you got to do, you have to work him hard and in.
Stay inside, yeah.
So he can't extend the arms and then go soft and away.
I'm kind of marveling at your baseball knowledge to stand here and watch the game with you.
Payne deals, fastball up and away. Got a nice
pitch.
call. Makes it 1-2. Pitch was a little up in my opinion, but that's just
You're
me.
in River Dogs mid-season form here, Vic. You're ready to argue some of these calls. I can feel it.
Bases loaded still now. Nobody out. 1-2 count on St. Clair. Ogle comes set. He will deal. Curveball, high fly ball. That should be enough play to score a run. Left fielder's going to move over. Both hosts will probably come into third. He'll hit his cutoff man, and they'll hold him up the man right there. Actually, miss his cutoff man. But a sac fly from St. Clair gets the RBI in on the fly ball to right or to left.
Yeah, nice fly ball, deep fly ball to get the run in, and Apollo now with first and second. First out of the inning for Hancock County, so not quite out of the woods yet if you're the Hornets.
No, but now if you're the Hornets, you're just one pitch away here.
Right.
That's why it was important for the left fielder to come in. Make sure you keep that guy at second base and you keep the double play in order, and that will bring up the left fielder, Nolan Millay, here with one out, minute first and second.
Yeah, Millay had 2 hits last night in the win over North Hardin as well.
Fastball banging in the right center field. The right fielder will come on. He'll make the catch. Should be no tag there. Fly out to right for out number 2.
It shows you my baseball judgment early on in the season. I thought, man, that's going to drop right in for a base hit. That's going to score another run, and it hung up just a little bit for the right fielder to come in and make the play.
Well, I'm actually kind of surprised. Both the left fielder and the right fielder are a little closer to the lines than what I would prefer, because you don't really want to guard foul territory. Come
Sure.
over in the gap and you
Give you
get
some
more
room.
fair territory. So now with 2 out, that will bring up Landon Hamilton. He'll swing and miss on the first one. 0-1 the count with 2 out. First and second for Apollo. They're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and Hamilton coming off the big defensive play to end the first, a double play that he turned on his own there at third.
So now Ogle comes set. He'll fire. Fastball banged in the right field. That will be foul, and it'll be 0-2. A little hit and run action.
Absolutely.
A run and hit action as the Eagles were in motion on the play.
You get that quick jump start with 2 outs. Runners off.
Well,
and
not
going.
just that. You trying there with the 0-1 count, trying to get the infielders moving, open up some holes. Now here, if you're an infielder here with 2 out, you kind of want to hold your spot as long as you can. Ogle deals 0-2, fastball up and away, ball 1, 1-2. Not bad to go upstairs see if you can get a swing and miss.
No, that's a good pitch there. I think Ogle's battled back from a rough start. After that mound meeting, looks a lot better here.
And you showed him the high fastball, Steve. This is where you come with the curveball in the dirt, get the swing and strike out. Ogle coming set. Fire. Kind of go back to the fastball, miss away, even the count 2-2 with 2 out, 2 on. His deuces are wild here.
They are 2 runs across, two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. But it's the first inning.
This is the pitch you want if you're Ogle. You want to get him on this one because you go 3-2, runners will be in motion. You don't want that. He's going to miss 3-2 with the curveball in. So now runners will be going on the count, making it a little tougher on Hancock. Now a single will definitely score 1. Anything in the gap may score 2. Holder will be off from first. Judd will be off from second. Ogle going to do a spin move. The old it only works every so often. When it works, you look bad because you know you're going on 3-2, but you know you're going, so you got to make sure he goes to the plate. But that's the old little spinning pick off at second. Ogle comes set. He'll fire. Fouled off over top of us, and we'll reset and do it again.
For a split second, I saw the ball coming right in this window in front of me here.
You'll catch that, though, won't
I've
you?
about died at a couple River Dogs games. I'm not going to lie. Near-death experiences.
I about
on the
killed
party day.
Dave at a River Balls game shooting off fireworks in the middle of the first inning.
That was Zach Clark, actually.
Fourth inning. 3-2, runners on the move, and he missed it. All low and outside for ball 4, and that one was close.
That was a really good job by the catcher back there to frame that up, but it was a little low, maybe a little low and outside combined there. So, nevertheless, it's going to be bases loaded for the Eagles now, 2 out. Still not out of the woods yet if you're the Hornets.
No, and Tyler Payne, the pitcher, out here to help his own calls here. Chance of driving a couple with a hit. Heavy pull action in the outfield from left field. Second baseman shading up the middle. Now the pitch from ball 1 down and away from Ogle.
Who's back there behind the plate for the Hornets?
For the Hornets, it is Drew Leday.
Doing a good job back
He's done
there.
a good job.
Really good job in this first inning.
Eagles still bases loaded, 2 out, 1-0 count now. Payne. Here comes the pitch. Strike down the knees on the inner half. Evens the count at 1-1. Nice pitch there.
Just something about a beautiful spring afternoon at a ballpark. I don't care where it is. It just sets the stage. I love this time of year.
Ogle comes set. He'll fire. Fastball in on his hands, and it's going to be laced
Base
into
hit.
center field. That'll score 2 on the third base. The other one bobbled around out there, so there's going to be no throw. They'll get it in. It'll make it 4-0 as Payne helps his own calls with the 2 RBIs. And all of a sudden, The Eagles breaking it open here in the first half, in the bottom of the first, and they still have first and third for the 9-hole hitter Brown coming to the plate.
They batted almost around. They have batted around when this batter can come up here in the 9 spot and
let's see what we
another
got
run
here.
across.
Umpires are going to come together and talk a little bit. Tyler Dixon just comes in the house. He'll be happy that the Bills, once again in our mock draft, took Trevor Etienne.
That's Etienne from Clemson, the running back.
And then we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitchers, what that is. And running for them will be Josh Mays, number 1. He'll run for the courtesy runner. In high school, you get to run for the pitcher and the catcher, kind of speed the game up.
Those aren't clouds I see back here, aren't they?
I think it's supposed to maybe be moving tomorrow. I don't think there's anything today, is there?
Well, the way the wind's blowing, I would say we're safe.
So Brown takes ball 1, and I almost had Mays hung up. No throw by the catcher. You would expect him to, at some point in time, try to take this base. Even if they throw through, you're getting a run down and steal another run. Ogle, the runner's off on the pitch. Going to be a ground ball to third base, fielded behind the bag.
Tough
a long
play.
throw coming up in the dirt.
What a nice
but a nice
job.
pick by Count, and that will bring the inning to an end. But the Eagles get 4 runs on 3 hits. They do leave 2. And at the end of 1, it's Apollo 4, Hancock 0.
Hey, what's going on? Jordan Rose, Reserve Viking here, and with me, I'm David Clark, 102.7 The Game, ESPN Owensboro. And the reason we are dressed in our graduation garb is because we are wanting to celebrate the class of 2021 with senior shout-outs, all presented by McDonald's of Owensboro. That's right, graduating class of 2021. Big thanks to the Owensboro area McDonald's for making all of this possible with all your favorite items here. You got the caffeine, you got the food. It's time to get it, seniors. And the only way to submit a senior shout-out is by going to owensbororadio.com/senior shout-outs, and here is how you do it. It's that simple to do. owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and you can put a lot more than just a picture in there, David. Absolutely. You can do photos, you can do audio, you can even do captions to let everybody know all about your favorite senior in the tri-state area.
Welcome back here, Eagle Park here as we're heading to the top of the second inning. Apollo plates 4 runs in the bottom of the first on 3 hits there?
3 hits.
Yeah, so a good inning for Apollo. They get out of some damage there in the first, and so far they're ahead 4-0.
And it'll be leading off will be Sam Waltz will be the leadoff hitter. It'll be Waltz, then Frames, and then Brown here in the top of the second for the Eagles. It's a 1-0 count. Payne missed on the first one. Payne helped his own cause with a 2 RBI single back in the bottom of the first. Through the windup, loose, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1.
Man, I didn't even see that ball.
It looked like a little bit of a sinker.
I thought, where'd it go? It's in the dirt. That's where it went.
It wasn't.
Bottom kind of dropped out of it.
Yeah,
there.
it wasn't. I may have been a little 12-6, but thrown a little hard for a curveball. There's a curveball trying to get on the inner half, missed inside, runs the count to 2-1. And one thing that both Coach Head and Cowan will be a little not completely happy with, pitchers have worked behind in the counts a lot today. And fastball down the dirt, 3-1. That's the one thing. I mean, it's like Phillies. Phillies pitchers working behind in the count all the time. You're just putting hitters in good counts.
Yeah, we've done it all season, and we've been pretty good.
They've been good, yeah.
I've watched every game so far. I'm missing a little bit of the one tonight.
Payne, 3-1, fires the fastball in the inner half of the plate. Full count now, 3-2. If he can keep it right there, he could be real successful with that pitch. Up and right underneath the hands on the inner half. 3-2 is where you want to see how far he can hit it. Tries to go right back in there, gets a call again.
Wow.
Strike 3.
That one looked a little bit high, but in the zone's kind of been consistent there in that area. We saw it on the opposite side as well, so strikeout for Payne. And
well, for high school pitchers, if you can live there, it'd be Jake Fromm, the DH. If you can live Jake Frames. If you can live there on the inner half, high school hitters they just have a tough time getting there. And that's just, if you can live there, you can be real successful.
Absolutely.
Curveball bounces for ball 1-0. So Frames, he's DHing for the pitcher Ogle. Payne in the wind up, fires, fastball misses up and in, 2-0.
Just a little bit up from where he was with the strikeout there a bit ago. Down, like you said, down the count again. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's kind of been the whole thing for both in the first inning here in the top of the second, getting behind. Well, you got to get into fastball counts. He got a good cut at that one, fired it straight back, 2-1. That's just what you want. I mean, anytime you're a hitter, if you can get ahead in the count, if you look at it like your batting average when the count is 2-0 and 3-1 compared to when it's 0-1,
Sure.
1-2, it's only about a 300-point differential.
Yeah, just a little, just a little discrepancy.
Yeah. Fastball, ground ball to third base, booted around, and it's going to reach on the air. He got the ground ball he wanted, hit hard, and it was right at the third baseman, Hamilton, and he kicks it over towards shortstop, and it'll be E5, and we got a guy at first base with 1 out.
Yeah, and that's a play Hamilton makes 9 times out of 10 there. It did take a crazy hop there at the last minute, jumped up on him, and just couldn't secure. Like it hit him in the hand. He had his hand down to kind of trap it in the glove, and it bounced off his hand, I do believe, to boot it out towards shortstop.
So you got a guy at first. You got the 8-hole hitter up, the second baseman, Luke Brown. Let's see if they put any action on here. They did still early in the game. Pickoff goes over, well back in time. St. Clair tries a hidden ball trick, doesn't quite work.
St. Clair was on him the whole time, wasn't he?
It was. Man at first, 1 out here. Brown at the plate. Eagles looking for a double play ball. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and he is going to have that one standing up on the curveball. Did have to slide in there, but he was easy still on base there. Picked a good one to run on, ran on the curveball down and in. Brown protected him with the swing. So now man at second with 1 out.
Yeah, and Hancock had runners on second and third back in the first inning. Lined out into a double play to end that frame.
Payne from the stretch, deals, fastball down and away, swing and a miss by Brown, runs the count to 0-2.
Yeah, Brown unhappy with himself there.
That was a little bit of a change-up there. Kind of turned it over, got some downward action, changed speeds on him, 0-2. After going change up away, Steve, this is where you go back in with the hard fastball in the inner half and you get him looking. They're going to fake the pick off, and then they'll reset here, 0-2.
You got runner creating some havoc out there. Second base, a little distracting out there. Payne, no throw, just steps off.
Payne will come set. And the pitch, fastball in, it'll be ground ball right at the shortstop. Runner will move up. Judd will throw over to first to get the out. Be a man at third with 2 down.
Good job by Judd there. Routine play, but makes it look routine. And 2 outs on the board for Apollo. One more and you can get out of this with the runner over on third base for the Hornets.
That'll bring up the left fielder, number 14, Hunter Severs. Payne looking to get him another ground ball. Got to strike out 2 ground balls a day in this inning. Payne will come set. Fastball inner half, fouled back out of the way here. 0-1. Going to get you one here for long, Steve.
I'm telling you, I'm
You
ready.
have to save the camera over there.
I know that's going to be the key.
Hopefully, Tyler, I've seen you catch. Hopefully, Tyler will save the camera.
Yeah. In the front of a jam-packed park the other night, I had a pop up right to me, big, right through my hands.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
It was. My daughter played much better than I did that night.
Payne now on the 0-1. Curveball in the inner half.
Nice
Strike
pitch.
2.
That's
0-2.
a real nice pitch there.
I got the old delay call from the umpire every
Sure
now and
did.
then. So Severs down 0-2 now with 2 out and a man at third. Payne comes set. Fastball try to go up and away. No good there. 1-2. When you go up, just going a little too far up. You like to get just right around where it says Hancock, but he's going up more around the eye level. Let's see here. It'd be a nice little change up down and away here. 1-2. Payne deals. Fastball up and in. Swing and a miss. For out number 3. And for Hancock, no runs, no hits. 1 man left on. There was 1 Apollo error. And at the score after 1.5, it's Apollo 4, Hancock 0.
bad weather hits, you can submit school and business closings at owensbororadio.com. Select the contact tab at the top of owensbororadio.com, then hit cancellations. Give us all the information about the school or business closing and we'll spread the info to our listeners. Brad Emberton Heating and Cooling makes bad weather announcements possible. Your comfort is Brad Emberton's business. Again, to submit a cancellation or a closing, visit owensbororadio.com and click the contact tab at the top of the page.
Yeah.
Welcome back here at Eagle Park as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. 4-0 is your score. Apollo with the lead and coming to the plate for Apollo this inning. Who we got, Vic?
Top of the order coming up. It'll be Bowman, Klee, and Judd, and they will be facing a new pitcher. There's a pitching change. Logan Willis will go to the mound for Ogle, and Ogle's line for the night, not his best ever. He had 1 inning pitch, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 hits, no Ks, 2 walks in his 1 inning of work. And now Willis will jump on the mound.
It's going to be a slight upgrade in the play-by-play for baseball from where we were at last time around. I'm just going to say I've enjoyed it, to be honest. I sit back and kind of watch the knowledge play out here on the field.
So I bring up the right fielder, Harrison Bowman. 0-0 today. He did score a run. Hit with the first pitch of the game, right between the 2 ones on the back.
I think third region coaches around the area are a little nervous that you're out here critiquing their outing.
I haven't critiqued anybody. I'm just calling the action.
I know you haven't. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know you are. So now Willis will wind and deal. Pitch number 1. Fastball fouled off straight back behind the umpire. 0-1 count. So while we have a little chance here in the middle, Steve, you got a couple scores. We didn't get to do our thoroughbred scoreboard.
Yeah, we'll run through this Owensboro thoroughbred scoreboard through this inning here and maybe extend it out throughout the game. Plenty of downtime.
It's a great thing about baseball. You can tell stories.
Like I say, I'm trying to get into baseball mode here.
Willis tries to throw the curveball high and way behind the hitter. It'll be 1-1 count.
Yeah. Owensboro Catholic Aces, number 1 in the Canty Dairy Queen top 10. Got a big run rule win over Franklin Simpson last night.
They are a top 5 team in the state. Willis, another little hanging curveball, fly ball. Should be a can of corn out to center field. And it'll be a nice catch there by Volke. And it'll be out number 1. Velasco.
I believe so. Nice play out there in center field. That's going to bring up Tanner Klee to the plate, left-handed hitter.
Klee 1-1 on the night, also scored a run. He singled back in the first and scored. Willis on the wind-up, fastball down and away, ball 1.
But yeah, Catholic last night. Luke Scales, big grand slam last night. I mean, they're all hitting homers for Owensboro Catholic right now. They're just playing at a very high level to open the season.
Fastball foul back and away, 1-1. It's a team that the lineup is so deep. I mean,
Yeah, McFarland scores 3 runs. Finley Muncie gets the win on the mound, knocked in 2. I mean, across the board, they're like an all-area all-star team just for Catholic itself.
That curveball missed high and away, 2-1. Yeah, they're by far and away the favorites to win the region. And, I think if you would give it odds, they're like a 1-10 favorite.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
That fastball catches knee on the outside corner, evens the count. 2-2 on Klee. Nice pitch there by Willis.
I'll ask you, when you got that big of a bullseye on your back, and that's a lot of pressure in a one-off situation when you talk about playoff baseball.
Oh, no doubt. And the fastball away, and it was just a little swing and miss for Klee. Strikeout by Willis. That one looked like the old sword.
Yeah, really good pitch there.
Yeah, baseball's a little different because the pitching can be so important. I would. You do have a bullseye on your back. Those kids are used to that, and I think they kind of relish it. I'm just saying, if you were going to give Vegas odds, you would. It's about.
Oh no, absolutely.
It's about 1-10. You got to spend $10 to win a buck.
It may be more than that, Vic, to be honest.
Willis tries to go with the curveball first pitch, and the dirt ball 1 on Judd. Judd walked his first time up and also scored.
Even a great pitcher going through that lineup at some point for 7 innings, at some point you think is going to bend a little bit.
Fastball misses up and in. Yeah, and where they really get you, even like in game 1. Now, your pitching's always ahead of your hitters. Seager threw a great game for Brett, gave up 1 run, but it could only get through 6 innings, and his pitch count was up to well over 100, and they had to go get him.
Sure.
And then they come back and win it in the 7th, and that's what they do. They foul off a lot of pitches. They see a lot of pitches. It's just a constant grind for 7 innings, and that's tough to do. So now 1-2 count on, or 2-1 count on Judd. He fouled that one off. 2 out here. Willis throwing a nice inning so far. He'll get a timeout called by Judd. Kind of granted to him just maybe a hair late, but they'll usually do that. They usually err on the side of the hitter.
Working really fast on the mound, which I like.
Willis, curveball,
Nice
trying to catch the inner
pitch.
half and does. Evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, Willis, since he's coming, he's a little while when he first couple pitches, but man, he settled in real nice here in the second inning.
2-2 count, 2 out here. Nobody on for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. Willis deals fastball down and in. Made him move his feet. Runs the count full.
3-2 winds blowing in from center field, and I tell you, it's just got that smell, that feel of maybe a little bit of rain in the air, but it doesn't look like it.
I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
I think it's gone around us over here.
And you're going to miss there on ball 4. So Judd, for the second time tonight, walks.
Won't get a clean inning here in this bottom half of the second yet.
That'll bring a man out first, and that will bring up the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, number 9, Max Holder. He singled an RBI in the first inning. 1-1 on the night. Let's see if some point in time here they try to get Judd in motion and kind of open things up and maybe try to steal another one here. Not going that time. Fastball in, 1-0.
Just missing inside. We talked about Breckenridge County a little bit, number 2 in the Canty Dairy Queen poll. They split a pair of games last night, losing to Barron County before coming back with a nice win over South Warren last night. I believe that runs their record of 4-3 on the season.
Ball's in the dirt. It'll get away a little bit from the catcher, so Judd's able to move up 60 or 90 feet to second base on the wild pitch. Puts him in scoring position now. And not something you wanted if you were the Hancock County Hornets. It was going to take 2 hits to scoring from there or an extra base shot. Now, pitch in the dirt. It's a nice job by the catcher, Leday, to go out there and block it. Just couldn't keep it in front of him as it squirted over towards the dugout. Got him hung up, but nobody there at the bases.
Apollo with another runner in scoring position, trying to get another run across. They lead at 4-0 here, bottom of the second inning. ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week.
Fastball banged right at the second baseman over his head. That'll shoot the gap. He'll try to turn and go for 2. The run will score standing up, and it'll be a double by Holder. Another RBI, and they'll make it 5-0. Apollo.
Yeah, Holder's been red hot to open this season. You look at the stat lines and Apollo's win, and Holder's been in almost every single one of them, Vic, and no different today so far. RBI stand-up double right there and in the gap. Right over the outstretched arms of the second baseman from the Hornets.
Yeah, and it probably should have been just a single. Neither outfielder. It looked like both outfielders thought the second baseman was going to catch it. None of them moved, and then they realized it was over his head. And before they can get to it, it shot the gap for a stand-up double. St. Clair, curveball down and away, 1-0.
Danger zone with Dan St. Clair at the plate. Already a 5-0 lead for Apollo.
He hit one foul off the left field fence back in the first, and getting an RBI on a sac fly. I'll turn and check the runner a second. Nobody doing anything, and I'll reload here with a 1-0 count. St. Clair trying to pick up his second RBI of the night. He'll dig in. Willis will come set. And the pitch. Fastball, catch the outside corner, evens the count 1-1.
I think Willis just needs to get back to what he was doing, what was being effective there to open the frame. He's mixing it in real well. It kind of went a little fastball heavy. Apollo's made him pay in the last couple batters.
Willis, the 1-1. Another fastball down, 2-1. I'll tell you what, the one thing I've been impressed with for the Apollo hitters, they haven't chased anything outside the zone.
No, it's been very selective.
Very selective. They're very aggressive in the zone. They get in good hitters' counts, and when you do that, you can be real successful. 2-1 on the way. Fastball swing, fouled away. 2-2. Good height by St. Clair. The umpire will walk this one up as he fouled it right back off the catcher, and that's one where, just like where Hancock came out earlier and went to do the visit, when a catcher gets hit like that, the umpire usually walk the ball out to the pitcher, talk to him, just give him a little bit of time to catch his breath.
You wouldn't know anything about that back there behind the plate,
nothing,
would you?
Nothing. No. Especially when the umpire took one of the wickets earlier. It was like go out there for take a long trip because he's got to bounce around and
sure. It takes a little while to shake that off.
Yeah, things get them out of your stomach. 2-2 on St. Clair with 2 out. Man at second, a pitch curveball way up top, 3-2. Runs it full. And that's the pitch he has not had great command of. And if you watch Willis, he's really straight over the top, so he's going to miss up and he's going to miss down a lot. And the Eagles haven't chased anything up, and it makes it really tough.
Watch the fastball here.
Runner on the move, pitches outside the zone, and ball 4. They're going to throw in a stolen base by Holder.
Holder moves over to third. St. Clair on the walk, so now the corners for Apollo with 2 outs. Already had 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week here on 102.7 The Game. Be sure and check out the Facebook page on 102.7. Dave Clark over here manning the camera. It's going to be expanding in the video. And, you take your lumps a little bit here and there, but we're smoothing it out. And it looks really, really good up there on the screen right now.
As Coach Head went over and talked to Holder after he stole third, and my guess is Holder went on his own there. I don't think he was too happy with that. You were in scoring position anyway. You didn't gain anything.
Didn't really need anything.
You don't want to make
outs.
the third out there at third base. First pitch is a fastball over for 0-1.
That's what I was going to ask you. It was an odd move to take third there.
Malay flew out to right field. He's going to bang this one out in the right center field. The right fielder will go over. It looks like he makes the can of corn and catch for the F9, and that will be the third out of the inning. And for the Eagles, it's 1 run on 1 hit. They'll leave a couple, and at the end of 2, they lead it 5-0.
Hey, what's going on? Jordan Rose, your bearded Viking here, and with me, I'm David Clark, 102.7 The Game, ESPN Owensboro. And the reason we are dressed in our graduation garb is because we are wanting to celebrate the class of 2021 with senior shout-outs all presented by McDonald's of Owensboro.
That's right, graduating class of 2021. Big thanks to the Owensboro area McDonald's for making all of this possible with all your favorite items here. You got the caffeine, you got the food. It's time to get it, seniors.
And the only way to submit a senior shout-out is by going to owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and here is how you do it. It's that simple to do. owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and you can put a lot more than just a picture in there, David.
Absolutely. You can do photos, you can do audio, you can even do captions to let everybody know all about your favorite senior in the tri-state area.
It's owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts. This is all made possible, again, thanks to McDonald's of Owensboro. So when you need that caffeine fix or you need to get those brain cells pumping by getting some food, go to McDonald's of Owensboro. And again, congratulations to you, class of 2021, for reaching the finish line. Yeah, buddy!
All right, good job, It's time to celebrate. Congratulations, seniors.
And the way to celebrate,
toss your
throw the cap up!
Welcome back to Eagle Field here as the Apollo Eagles take on Hancock County. Top of the third and back to the top of the order for Hancock County. The leadoff hitter comes up. Cole Dixon. He's a high fly ball. Center fielder comes on. He calls off the shortstop and the second baseman. Makes the grab, Clee, for out number 1.
Really good communication there from Clee as you had the shortstop and the second baseman going back on the baseball. And everybody's kind of looking at each other, but Clee had it the whole way. That was his ball, even though it was very shallow center. Did a great job there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was – oh, no.
Dixon at the top.
Okay. I see where I screwed up, Steve.
It's early, man.
That was Seaver.
Got to shake the rust off there.
Yeah. I missed one there. Now we're back to the top of the order for Dixon.
This guy can play right here.
He flew out to left field, and he's going to single to left field this time for a base hit on the second pitch fastball. So now a man at first, and I'll bring up Drew Leday.
Yeah, and Cole Dixon's a stud. And everything that he does, quarterback for the football team, tremendous baseball. I say baseball is probably his priority sport, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Tremendous.
Does a nice job at shortstop. Really good middle infielder.
Stole home to win a game earlier in the season.
So Leday, he singled back to center field the first time. Payne with a man at first. 1 out here, top of the third. He'll throw over to first. Close, but Dixon's back. And now Payne will go toe the rubber again here. The Eagles have run pretty much at will here tonight. We'll see if we'll try it again here. Payne comes set. Dixon throw over. He's back easily. Beautiful night here. Eagles lead at 5-0 here, top of the third. And this will be an inning to do some damage with the top of the order up here. I'll throw back over once again. St. Clair with the hard tag right on the elbow.
It was, yeah.
But anything St. Clair does is going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a big moose over there.
He is.
I'll throw over again. They may. Oh, that one was close.
I think if he got a tag on the arm, I think he might have gotten him, but he went underneath the arm there and kind of got him in the rib cage. Was able to slide back in safely.
Dixon did a nice job diving back to the back part of the bag. Just able to get in that one. Now Dixon on the roll, pitch down, throw down, and he is safe on the stolen base.
Kind of a high slide there, and he almost slid himself right into the tag.
So it's the third stolen base tonight for the Hornets. No, the second. First one was indifference. It's now man at second, 1 out, 1-0 count. Payne to the plate, curveball outside and away, 2-0.
And Hornets, even though they don't have any runs on the board here, Vic, have had runners in scoring position
Every
each of
inning.
the first 3 innings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every inning here. I'm Payne, 2-0 here. This is the guy you want. You don't want to put any more of those on throw back to second, and Dixon's back in plenty of time. You'd like to get this one here. You don't want to see Cowan come up with 2 men on. Then you're a walk and a blast away from making this a 5-3 game, and he's got the ability to hit some condos out there in right field.
Absolutely.
Payne deals fastball fouled back. Makes runs the count to 2-1.
My stool's a little shaky there, Vic. I thought maybe I might take it out for this thing over with. I'll choose to stand for a bit.
Yeah, I had to too. So much walking I'd done last week. Pitch down in the dirt, blocked up nicely. Ball scoots away, and Dixon with a great read takes third base on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Dixon's so good. He watched it the whole way and pretty much walked himself to third.
The moment that ball hit the dirt, Dixon was on his move to third base. He was going to force the catcher to block out and throw him out. So now runner at third with 1 out, 3-1 count on the day here. Cowan on deck, the big lefty. Payne comes set, go to the plate. Fastball, swing and a miss. Runs the count to 3-2. May have been a little bit of a changeup there. He was out in front of that one.
He's had a good success rate with that particular pitch tonight. A lot of swings and misses on that one.
Pulled the string on him a little bit.
Got to come back with something in the zone here, Vic.
I come back with that exact same pitch right here. 3-2. Fastball up and in. It's going to be popped up to the third baseman. Hamilton takes a look at Payne. Payne's getting away from it, and Hamilton will make the catch for out number 2.
You know, back in my rec league softball days, I hated those.
Did you?
They just hung up there and hung out. You know, I'd rather have to make a quick decision on it than stand underneath and have the whole park watching me, and, you know, then I fumble it out of my hands, and I'm the GOAT. You know, it is what it is. That's why they DH me.
I'll bring up the big left-hander Caleb Cowan. He walked his first time up, and I would say they'll probably be kind of really particular with him here. They're going to try to go fastball for strike one.
Yeah, he went right after him there. Pretty aggressive pitch on
And that's
first
one.
one.
It is, and that's one that you see there. The catcher set up outside, and he had to reach back, and that usually means bad things. When the catcher has to reach back, you missed your spot, and you usually don't catch those. 0-1. Little curveball down and in, even the count at 1-1. 2 out here. Hancock trying to get the first runner home. Down 5-0 here, top of the third.
I don't think you don't want to strand another runner. You need some momentum right now if you're Hancock. It's a big at bat for Cal.
Payne comes set, and he'll deal to the plate. Fastball up and away, runs the count 2-1. In behind him, Logan Willis, and he's the one who hit the line drive right at the third baseman for a double play ball back in the first. They had second and third and 1 out. Payne on 2-1, fastball trying to hit the inner half and missed, and runs the count 3-1.
Outside of that first pitch, he really hasn't had anything to hit. So,
well, and I think as the year goes on, Cowan's going to have to be really patient because I think a lot of people will pitch around him. It's going to be important for Logan Willis to understand his job is to provide protection. There's a swing and a miss, runs the count full. Because he's going to, a lot of people are going to pitch around Caleb.
I agree.
They're going to force somebody else to beat him. So 3-2 here. Here comes a 3-2 changeup, Steve. I'm calling here, or a curveball. You got first base open. And then swing and a miss on a little changeup.
Yep, I believe it was.
For out number 3. And so for the Hornets in the third, there was no runs, 1 hit. They leave another man. And at the end of 2.5, it's Apollo 5, Hancock 0.
We stand beside you while you heal. We help you defeat your fears, and we find justice. We are Foreman Watson Poultry, and we are dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
ATTC Manufacturing in Tell City is a proud sponsor of the High School Game of the Week. ATTC Manufacturing, currently hiring for hourly and maintenance positions and are offering a $500 stay-on bonus at 6 months, along with a $1,000 stay-on bonus at 1 year of service. Apply now at attcmfg.com or in person at 10455 State Road 37 in Tell City, Indiana. Catch exciting high school sports on 102.7 The Game, ESPN Owensboro, courtesy of ATTC Manufacturing.
Welcome back here, Eagle Park, as Apollo takes a 5-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning. Been a pretty clean game so far from the 8-2 Apollo Eagles. It's been a couple years, I feel like, the Mason Heads kind of had his stamp on this program. Of course, last year there's no season, so it's hard to really gauge, the growth process of the Apollo program. But I think Eagle Nation's got to be pretty happy with the progression. You come out of a rain, that's what I would call it, a Bob Mantooth rain over here on Tamarack. And the changing of the guard, it's got to be tough to be in the shoes of Mason Head. But
you're
played for Coach
legend.
Mantooth, though, and he's a Mantooth guy, and you see a lot of the same type of things going on over here. And I think Eagle Nation's got to be really proud of the progression of this program under Coach Head.
Yeah, Hubert Davis could call Mason Head and get some pointers when you got to follow a legend, like he's going to have to down in Carolina.
No doubt.
And it'll be Millay, Hamilton, and Payne due up here in the bottom of the third. Millay, who flew out to right field his first time up. First pitch swing. He's going to foul this one over top the third base dugout. Out of play, 0-1.
It's been a spring.
Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Many a spring afternoon standing right over here to our right underneath the press box watching pretty much every home game here, and watch Mason Head play a lot of his home games here as a player. Tremendous player, and I think it's he's kind of brought that same mentality to the manager side of things.
You're getting old when Mason Head was your catcher in your 2003 Little League State Championship team.
A nice coaching over here at Apollo. I saw him hit a blast up at Whitaker Bank Ballpark in the state tournament against the Christian Academy. I believe it was a game winner, if I'm not mistaken. My memory serves me correctly.
Fastball fly deep to center field. The center field will turn, and there'll be a can of corn out there. I'll bring that one in for out number 1.
Important out there for Hancock. Start this thing off on the right foot here. They had 2 outs, nobody on. They were cruising through the last inning, and then kind of gave up a hit, and then let stolen base, and kind of got yourself in a little bit of trouble there in the last inning. See how he does this inning.
Those walks will get you. You had, like you said, no on, 2 out, and then you walk Judd, and it ends up costing you. So he scored. Now bring up the pitcher. It'll be Tyler Payne coming up. Payne, 1 for 1, couple RBIs back in the first inning. Squares the fake bunt, takes a strike, 0-1. Yeah, we won that state championship in Corbin, Kentucky.
Good memories there.
Lexington Gardenside. 0-1, curveball way up and out of play. 1-1. Just a bit high. Tried the corner and missed.
Just a little bit.
So even the count here, 5-0 Apollo here, bottom of the third. Willis, fastball, got in his kitchen there. That was one, if it was about 25 degrees cooler, that would have hurt a little bit.
It hurt me just watching it.
That's
It's a little warm. It still rattled the hands there.
You get in there this summer, and then you have to go over and get new wood.
Absolutely.
1-2 now. Willis will wind and deal. Fastball low, and then evens the count 2-2.
Look around at the facilities here. I've always loved Eagle Park. I think it's always been the prize of the Apollo, sporting venues here. But, man, the football field is beautiful. It may have taken the cake over there, man. That's a beautiful facility.
Well, I wouldn't be for long to see 2-2. That one banged in the right center field. That ball will get down. He'll make the turn, kind of bobbled around out there in right field, but they'll keep him to a single. And Payne now 2 of 2 on the night.
Yeah, Apollo's really seeing it well, Vic. I mean, I feel like they've had a lot of great at bats. They've not swung at anything out of the zone, and anything in the zone, they're putting in play pretty much every time.
Done a good job, and pretty much, other than St. Clair's long foul fly ball to left field, everything's been in the middle of the field. They've stayed right in the middle, haven't tried to do too much with it, just finding the barrel, and that's the key. And now that will bring up the DH, number 18, Dalen Brown, and once again they will run for Brown, and he's off and going. First pitch got a huge jump. That's going to be an easy stolen base for Mays.
Yeah, he took off. I think he steals the base even if it's fielded cleanly back there behind the plate.
Willis never checked him. He got the old Ricky
jump.
Henderson walking lead there, and Yachty would have had trouble throwing him out. Willis, once again, now the man at second. That one's low, runs the count 2-0. Just not many pitches that Apollo has chased tonight. 2-0, man at second base. That's Mays. Brown grounded out to the third baseman, kind of behind the bag, back in the first. And now he's setting 3-0. This is where you want to come back. You don't want to go to put first and second, go back to the top of the order, Steve.
No, and Hancock's got to start thinking about. I know it's only 5-0, but 10 through 5 would be in play.
Had him picked. If he'd have thrown it to start with, he gets back. And that was one where Willis, they had him picked completely.
It was almost as if he just turned as a token to try to keep him close. He's like, I've got him, but it's too late at this point. And the throw was just a tad bit late.
Yeah, if you're going to make that move, you got to expect to throw it every time. And I think you're right. I think he was just going to be a show me, and then realize, oh, crap, I've got him.
Yeah, I should have thrown it.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, there's ball 4. And
walks
Apollo's
him on
aboard.
4, and it gets back to the top of the order. And now we'll bring out a mound visit, and let's see if he's coming out with the hook or
No, I haven't seen
he's
anybody
going to be
warming
talking to him.
up,
I didn't
so we'll
even.
see.
There was a guy down there kind of tossing between innings. And now come out and they'll talk to the Mets. So you got some more scores for us, or was that all the scores?
I was going to mention Mr. Four-Sport Harrison Bowman coming to the plate. The big soccer guy. And then of course kicker on the football team. I don't know if you've seen this guy's Twitter page or not, Vic. I think the Vikings could use a kicker the caliber of Harrison Bowman because we haven't had one in, I don't know, Fred Cox. What was that like back in the 60s? So Harrison looks pretty good kicking those 60-yard field goals over there at Eagle Field into the wind. And maybe you just we'll go ahead and put him on the roster.
Get him on the. Y'all need a kicker.
Well,
really.
yeah, I'm telling you, man. Just somebody can kick consistent 40-yard. I don't even need you to hit 50-yarders. If you can just hit extra points and 40-yarders consistently, roster you.
And you haven't had a kicker since Fran Tarkenton, but other than that,
Fred Cox, man, I'm telling you, those Super Bowl teams about the last time.
Bowman 0-1 tonight. Flew out to center field his last time up, was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first. First and second, 1 out. Top of the order for the Eagles. They're up 5-0, trying to break this thing wide open. Fastball, Bowman.
Nice
That'll be a
shot.
single to left field. And now they're going to score a run, and they'll throw it, hit the cutoff man. They'll stay first and second. Now it goes by the cutoff man. Now still flopping around. Now they got 2 guys hung up here. Going to try to throw it back behind second. He's safe. Now it'll be first and second with 1 out, 6-0. RBI single for Bowman.
I get you're frustrated because he's probably frustrated that he didn't go. Hancock County has done a very poor job tonight at hitting the cutoff. I don't know that I've seen him hit one clean all night long, and I think the runner there on second was kind of kicking himself that he didn't just go ahead and go to begin with. But got to honor it. You just expect him to make that play.
I'll bring Clee up. Clee 1 of 2 with a strikeout. He singled and scored back in the first 2. Fastball, be ground ball to 2 to second. See if they'll turn 2.
No, he
bobbles it. Now he's going to go to first. He didn't get him.
Nope.
E4. That was one he set back on it. Should have been I don't think it was hit hard enough to turn 2, but he should have got the guy at second. But he set back and waited. Then he bobbled it, and then he gets nobody. So an E4 will load the bases for Nick Judd.
That's the tricky thing about baseball or softball, either one. When you get into those plays where you think, not to say you try to do too much because you probably could have got 2 there if you turned it quickly, but sometimes you get into a little bit of a rush and then two outs, which should be one sure out, turns into no outs, and now you got bases loaded for Apollo here. And really looking to do damage, already ahead 6-0.
Now they'll do a pitching change. It looks like coming in from right field to the mound will be Sam Waltz.
There's one thing I was going to ask too, Vic. On a day like Apollo, they're coming off where they've played multiple games. I believe 5 games in the past 3. I believe there's, if I'm not mistaken, there's 6th game in 3 days. So, what's that like on a pitching staff? I feel like, the young arms, you just try to sprinkle them in a little at a time, maybe a bullpen type of game, or how deep does your pitching staff have to be?
It needs to be. Well, it varies, but you see this. There are days. And we talked about this. Sometimes you can't always just look at scores during baseball because you don't know. You'll see a score and be like, oh, Apollo beat such and such, or somebody beat Apollo. Well, Apollo played on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, had Thursday off. Now they're playing Friday, and then, Butler County may have only played Tuesday, and now they're playing Friday. So you get some odd scores sometimes. But yeah, this is one where, so bring the lefty in, Waltz. This is one where here. You have to kind of also as a manager and learn to understand how to control your pitching staff.
Right.
This game may get out of way here, so it may be one you pat the guy on the butt and you say, hey, you're taking one for the team tonight. I'm not coming out and getting you.
Absolutely.
We do that with the River Dogs. There's just certain games that get away from you, and you're like, okay, this is Johnny Allstaff tonight.
Yeah, we got Butler County just killing it on the softball side of things. They beat Meade County last night, did Butler County today. They're 2-0 with wins over Knox Central and North Hardin. That's a nice North Hardin win.
I'm playing well in softball and baseball.
They are. Both programs, they're probably 3rd region ranked, probably top 5, both of them.
So now Judd will step in. Bases loaded, 6-0. Waltz, first pitch, fastball, fouled off by Judd. He's 0 for 0 today. 2 walks, 2 runs scored. As he fouls the first pitch off, trying to do some damage here, trying to break this thing wide open. And if you're Apollo here and you're Coach Head, this is where you want to try to get that 10-run rule, because then you save innings off your pitching staff.
Right, and they did that against Grayson the other night.
Curveball down, line drive into left field.
Shot.
That'll bring one home. Head will wave home the second guy. Throw goes all the way to the plate. Once again, overthrowing the cutoff man. It'll be thrown out at third. Nice job by the third baseman to get back, and a nice job by the catcher, Leday, to cut that one off and throw him out.
That'd be 2 outs on the board, but 2 runs do come across for Apollo. They now lead at 8-0.
I like the move there, trying to go take third base there. And that was one where really, that's not a good job by the shortstop. The third baseman drops in to cut off. The shortstop just got caught watching the play. But once the throw went over his head, the third baseman did a great job running straight back to the bag. And that will be 7-2-5 on the putout. And then Judd will go all the way to second on the 2 RBI single. Once again, just giving up bases, but a nice job. They do get the lead runner. Curveball grounded on the third base. Nice field. He'll throw it across the diamond. It's dropped by the first baseman. Goes through. That'll bring home a run. And going Holder's trying to go to second. And he will make it there on the air.
Well, just a tough inning for the Hornets. A couple routine plays. And one thing you can't do, Apollo's been playing really well as it is. You can't give a team 5 and 6 outs in an inning. And it really starts to get sideways on you now. Apollo's got the 10th run standing on second base. It's 9-0 now.
And St. Clair will come to the plate. You want me to give you the history of why Apollo's been good for the last 40 years, and it's not just man, tooth, and head? Apollo makes the routine plays and they throw strikes. That's it.
That's what I was going to bring that up earlier. You talked about they kept everything in the middle of the field. They've kept it real simple. And what I love that because that just puts the pressure on the other team. If you make the plays, you can beat us. But we're going to put all the pressure on you to make those plays.
They make routine plays and they throw strikes, and that's the key. Nice little all-speed pitch. St. Clair swings through it. 0-2 now.
When I used to play tennis, and I wasn't great at it, but I will say that I could stay in matches because my whole thing was I'm just going to return it back to you. I'm not going to hit it out of bounds. I'm going to let you return it back to me, and if you can just smoke me on it, you got it.
Waltz ties up St. Clair on the inner half for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But it's a big inning. Apollo scores 4. They get 3 hits on it. They do leave a man. And the score after 3, it's Apollo 9, Hancock 0.
You come to us broken, You come to us injured. You come to us scared, and you come to us lost. But we pick you up when you are broken. We stand beside you while you heal. We help you defeat your fears, and we find justice. We are Foreman Watson Poultry, and we are dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
And welcome back to the ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. I'm Vic Evans, along with my broadcast partner, Stephen A. Turner, here at Eagle Field. After 3, it's Apollo 9, Hancock 0. And the due up this inning, it'll be Willis, Valaco, and Waltz for the Eagles. And Willis gets a foul the first pitch off, 0-1. And we'll close the book on Logan Willis on the mound for Hancock. He went 1 1/3, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 hits, 2 Ks, 3 walks. Way too many walks, as that's going to be a 5 through the first 3 innings for Hancock's pitching staff. Payne deals, ball in the dirt, check swing, runs the count to 1-1. And then that one goes off the umpire, so like we were talking about, the umpire gets it, catcher walks it out there, give him a shot, a chance to catch his breath.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out. Ohio County got a big win last night, 8-4. Matthew Smith drove in 3 runs. Jacob Gregory and Blaze Nolan with 2 runs driven in. The big win over Grant County last night for the Eagles of Ohio County. Very young Eagle team, but expect them to get rolling come tournament time.
Logan Willis, 0-1. He lined out to the third baseman, turned into be a double play to kind of get him out of a jam back in the first. Payne misses with the fastball, 2-1.
What do you think about that 10th district? I mean, Muhlenberg is off to a little bit of a slow start, but they played a pretty tough schedule. And then Ohio County young and McLean County really young.
I think it's Muhlenberg and then the other 2 teams. And Willis will foul that one down the third baseline. I like Muhlenberg a lot. I think their coach does a really good job. I look for them to be the class of that district. And then I think I think they'll get the 1 seed. And then when you get into that 10th district game, when it's Rice versus Ohio County, I think it go either way. Nice off-speed pitch, swing and miss for the strikeout.
That was a great pitch. They're out of the zone, got him to chase. And like you said, Vic, that's just something you really haven't seen Apollo do tonight, is swing at pitches out of the zone. And
when they've been ahead in the count,
sure,
it's a lot easier whenever you're ahead
sure.
in the count, you can take that pitch.
No doubt.
So there'll be 1 out, and that will bring up Valaco, the center fielder. Struck out looking his first time up. Got him on the inside fastball. And he'll try to throw the fastball away, miss, 1-0. Austin Valaco.
I know the softball side of things up in the air. I'm still trying to figure out some of these softball teams. I mean, you got Davis County just mowing people down right now.
I think they're the odds-on favorite early.
I think they're about as big a favorite as
Catholic
is in baseball, to be honest with you. Coach Biggs, I mean, what an empire he's built out there at Davis County.
Valaco will foul this one off down the third base line, runs the count 1-1.
How about the Newman tag team last night? You had Hattie Newman and Abby Newman both going yard. They just got back from the beach yesterday morning, right? They go to the ballpark with their entire family, grandpa and everybody, and go out to the park, and both girls hit home runs last night. That's pretty cool.
It's a nice day there.
Saw that on Facebook, so that's where I get my updated information, courtesy of Heather Newman's Facebook page there.
Curveball just misses. That was a nice pitch. Runs the count to 2-1. I saw today, Steve, on the History of Owensboro website, there's a post about Eugene Van Hoos, and was talking about how, and it's a crying shame the guy's not in the KHSA Hall of Fame, and Owensboro hasn't named something after him. You're talking about a head baseball coach win 3 state titles, get to I think 4 other Final Fours. The man is underrated and underappreciated in this area of what a coach he was.
Well, maybe we'll spearhead that effort.
We need
get
to
some information in. Pitch
fastball, the inner half, runs it to 3-2, and that's what he got him looking on last time. Go back in there again, young man.
The first thing I'd like to spearhead over there at Devil Park is maybe a bigger sign for your state championships. I mean, you got a sign that's about the size of a stop sign out on your outfield.
Fastball fouled off, hit him in the box. We'll stay here, and we'll do it again, 3-2.
How many state championships Owensboro got?
7.
My whole entire outfield fence is banners.
Yeah, they
at that
should
point.
be. Yeah.
Not just one little bitty stop.
Well, you got to
sign on
keep
the
it out of
outfield
center
fence.
field because a lot of your banners are white.
Well, that's
So
fine.
you don't want that.
Well,
But the whole left field and whole
yeah.
right field should all be state title
Each individual
champions.
one's going to have
Yes,
one, though. I
yes.
can guarantee you that.
No doubt. Curveball
Nice
gets
pitch
him on the
right
outside
there.
corner
Woo.
looking. Strike 3. So for the second time, Valaco goes down looking. And so first 2 guys up, 2 Ks, and Tyler Payne has settled in here, Steve, and throwing a gem.
He is. He really pitched well in this one. He worked a lot of different types of pitches, and he's had Hancock County off balance pretty much all night. Worked out of some jams, too.
Waltz 0-1. He reached on an error to Landon Hamilton, the third baseman. Fastball, strike 1.
Nice
there you
pitch,
go.
yeah.
And that's been the big key. He has worked ahead in the count here. Other than that, right early at the start
Early
of the
in the
first
beginning,
inning, he has settled in and done a nice job here. Getting ahead with the fastball, then getting the changeup over and the curveball. And another fastball fouled back out of play, 0-2. Looking to strike out the side here.
And you had Owensboro Catholic softball last night in the All-A Classic, getting the 14-0 win over Trinity. Hannah Carter, Bailey Hamilton, Hadley Phelps all homered in the game. And then you had Phelps with a 2-hit shutout. And that's a pretty good hitting Trinity team, so impressive outing there from Phelps on the mound. And the Lady Aces will move on in the All-A Classic.
Payne dealing 0-2. Changeup fouled off. He's way out in front of him. Did a nice job there. Waltz, who's now on the mound. I say he was the right fielder. He's now coming to the pitch. So I want to say congratulations to the Apollo E-Gals as they third region champions. Did came up a little short yesterday at Rupp Arena, but it was a tough draw. We kind of knew it was a tough draw, but what a year by Natalie Pires Payne and the E-Gals.
Yeah, I thought they showed a lot of toughness, a lot of adversity through the season. There's some they team with the big bullseye on their back all season long.
Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 looking, and what an inning by Tyler Payne.
He's
3
rolling.
up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts.
That's 4 strikeouts in a row, isn't
And
it?
after 3.5 innings, it's the Apollo Eagles 9, Hancock County 0.
Hey, what's going on? Jordan Rose, your Bearded Viking here, and with me, I'm David Clark, 1027 The Game, ESPN Owensboro. And the reason we are dressed in our graduation garb is because we are wanting to celebrate the class of 2021 with senior shout-outs all presented by McDonald's of Owensboro. That's right, graduating class of 2021. Big thanks to the Owensboro area McDonald's for making all of this possible with all your favorite items here. You got the caffeine, you got the food. It's time to get it, seniors. And the only way to submit a senior shout-out is by going to owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and here is how you do it. It's that simple to do. owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and you can put a lot more than just a picture in there, David. Absolutely. You can do photos, you can do audio, you can even do captions to let everybody know all about your favorite senior in the tri-state area. It's owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts. This is all made possible, again, thanks to McDonald's of Owensboro. So when you need that caffeine fix or you need to get those brain cells pumping by getting some food, go to McDonald's of Owensboro. And again, congratulations to you, class of 2021, for reaching the finish line. Yeah, buddy!
All right, good job, Ace. It's time to celebrate. Congratulations,
And the
seniors.
way to celebrate,
Toss
by
your
throwing
cap.
the cap up!
Welcome back here, Eagle Park, ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. We're heading to the home half of the 4th inning. Apollo with a 9-0 lead over Hancock. First pitch swinging, little chopper down to third.
Slow
Tough
roller,
play.
nice play, nice throw, nice job right there by Willis on the slow roller to the third baseman. And that's one that come through, throwing the run. Out number 1, it was Malay.
And Apollo hunting that one run this inning, Vic.
They are.
If they can get one, they could be 3 outs away from a victory here. When you play this many games in so many days this week, you want to shorten them as much as you can.
And that will bring up the third baseman, Landon Hamilton. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Flew out to center field. His last time up, walked back in the first. Oh, yeah, and you talk about those. You know, that's one thing they did differently in the OVLs. We added that 10-run rule after 7. in a way to save some of that pitching. So when you get a chance to get that 10-run rule in, you're going to find every way you can to get that 10th run home just to knock off a couple innings. 0-2 count now. Waltz has done a fairly good job. Fastball in on the hands, fouled off, stays 0-2.
Yeah, when you play as many games as you guys do, it's saving every single inning you can save your bullpen is very important.
So Waltz now 0-2 deals. Fastball in the middle.
Nice
Field is positioned
glove
well,
there.
and he'll throw it over, and the out goes 1-3 on the put-out ground ball. Hard hit ball back to him. 2 up, 2 down.
Clean inning so far from Hancock. Be the first clean inning of the game outside of the last one from Apollo, I do believe.
Well, Waltz came in. He gave up a hit, but then got an error and also a strikeout, and he's gotten the first 2 out this one. And that will bring up Tyler Payne, 2-2 on the night. Couple RBIs.
Not
Back
bad
in the
for a
first.
pitcher throwing a shutout.
Yeah. Have a game, young man. Fastball up for ball 1. After a rough first inning, Payne has settled in and thrown a gem so far for the Eagles. Waltz will wind and deal. Fastball up, and Payne swings through that one. That's where that pitch, you go upstairs, man, it looks like a beach ball coming at you, Steve, but people go up there to get Mike Trout out.
Yeah, you're exactly
But
right.
it looks like a beach ball. It's really hard to stay off of it. Evens the count at 1-1. Curveball in the dirt, 2-1.
It's a good pitch there down in the dirt. Try to get him to chase something there.
So your Phillies off to a great start. Gotta love it. Misses with that fastball, 3-1. But how about the Padres and the big Vlad Guerrero, or no,
Tatis.
Fernando Tatis going down the left shoulder strain? That didn't look good.
It looked really bad.
Swing and miss that fastball, full count.
I think he was guessing a little bit there on that swing, 3-2. But, yeah, Tatis, when he went down, I thought it was much worse than just a shoulder strain. I mean, first of all, he's swinging for the fence. He was swinging for L.A.
He
on that one.
was.
I mean, that thing was unbelievable.
That's what
cut.
scares me is when we heard it swinging like that. Full count. Payne fouls this one off over here on the ground. Stays full.
Yeah, that's what I talked about. We talked about that on Live at 5, those big, long deals, the 12 and 15-year deals. I mean, if somebody gets brutally injured in the first couple years of that deal, man, it's a long haul for a franchise. To have
It
to
is
pick
now.
up the
Most of
whole
them will have
back up.
insurance on that. And he just swings through the high fastball. Nice job.
Good
3 up,
inning.
3 down for Waltz. And at the end of 4, it's Apollo 9, Hancock 0.
You come to us broken. You come to us injured. You come to us scared, and you come to us lost. But we pick you up when you are broken. We stand beside you while you heal. We help you defeat your fears, and we find justice. We are Foreman Watson Poultry, and we are dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
ATTC Manufacturing in Tell City is a proud sponsor of the High School Game of the Week. ATTC Manufacturing, currently hiring for hourly and maintenance positions and are offering a $500 stay-on bonus at 6 months, along with a $1,000 stay-on bonus at 1 year of service. Apply now at attcmfg.com or in person at 10455 State Road 37 in Tell City, Indiana. Catch exciting high school sports on 102.7 The Game, ESPN Owensboro, courtesy of ATTC Manufacturing.
When bad weather hits, you can submit school and business closings at owensbororadio.com. Select the Contact tab at the top of owensbororadio.com, then hit Cancellations. Give us all the information about the school or business closing, and we'll spread the info to our listeners. Brad Emberton Heating and Cooling makes bad weather announcements possible. Your comfort is Brad Emberton's business. Again, to submit a cancellation or a closing, visit owensbororadio.com and click the Contact tab at the top of the page.
Welcome back here. Eagle Park here, ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. Headed to the top of the 5th inning. It's Apollo 9, Hancock County 0. Payne on the mound for the Eagles has been tremendous. He struck out, I believe, the last 4 batters, so we'll see when he can continue it here. The leadoff batter for the Hornets.
It will be Jake Frames, the DH. And he reached on an error first inning. This time he laces a base hit down the left field line. Leadoff single for the Hornets. And let's see if they can get back into it. Little one batter at a time. It'll bring up the second baseman, Luke Brown.
Yeah, and that was just jumped all over that first pitch fastball there and smacked it down the left field line for a single.
Brown grounded out to the shortstop, Judd, his last time up. Now man at first, nobody out here. And he got it picked off.
Yeah,
and
he
they
did.
down 9-0. Coach Cowan cannot be too happy getting picked off down that many, Steve. And that's just a no-no when you're down 9.
Yeah, it was almost like he just a mental lapse there. I mean, he just like a deer in headlights as soon as the throw came over. And
He actually
really
stepped through.
late.
He actually stepped towards second base.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not a situation. You're down 9-0, top of the 5th. You're probably not even running there.
No.
There's just no reason to get picked off.
No, you just need base runners right now if you're Hancock.
Your run doesn't mean a whole lot.
No. You need multiple base runners.
So Payne gives up a hit and then picks him off. So there's one out now, and a swing and miss by Brown runs the count to 1-1.
Payne's just been really good in this game. I'm very impressed. I believe maybe the 3 starter for Apollo, Cussenberry and Judd, I believe, would be 1-2.
1-2.
If I had to take a complete shot in the dark.
It's probably a good shot. That one was up high, 2-1.
If he's any
I'd say
more,
it's Judd 1, and probably Quisenberry going up to Olney, probably right around number 2. Well, if he wasn't 3, maybe moving up on the depth chart a little.
Yeah, tremendous
with
outing
this start.
here.
That fastball is going to be up and in, runs the count to 3-1. And this is where you want to get back in. This is where you just gut shoot it and see how far this kid can hit it. The one you don't want to do up 9-0 is walk people.
Sure.
Set this one on a tee and let's see how far he can hit this thing.
Big win for Davis County. We'll head to the thoroughbred scoreboard. Davis County 6, Boonville 4, and that's softball. Boonville tremendous. So that's a big win for Davis County.
Fastball cuts the middle of the plate, even the count 3-2. Let's do it again. 3-2. See how far he can hit it here.
Yeah.
If he hits it over on the football field, it's just 9-1.
Yeah, so be it. And no one's really been able to hit that little change he's had all night. Let's see if he comes with that here.
A wind and deal, and the pitch walked him.
Just a little
all
high.
up.
Didn't come down that time for Mr. Payne. Base runner's ball. He's thrown quite a bit of pitches in this ball game. Worked a lot of full counts early on, especially.
Yes.
He did. And over the last couple innings, he really settled in and was really sharp. But he's still throwing a lot of pitches out there tonight.
Bring up the 9-hole hitter, Hunter Seaver. He flew out his first time up.
And I'll guarantee you that Brown doesn't get picked off over there.
Well, this is how big that is. Here you'd have 2 on, nobody
Sure.
out. 9-1-2 coming up. Maybe a chance to pick up some runs. You get picked off, change up. Curveballs way out in front, fouled over down the third base line. 0-1.
Nice snag over there by third base coach.
Looking for a ground ball. Roll you 2 and get out of the inning. And the pitch, another curveball, another foul down the third base line. 0-2.
You mentioned the Phillies starting 5-1, Vic, and I don't really love having to go back and play the Braves again this weekend.
You're starting to play a little better.
Yeah, we just swept them. I'd rather just go ahead and put them off for a couple weeks and not worry about it. But, man.
I'm just worried about Aaron Judge.
Oh, yeah, I would be too. When you rely on the power hitters like that, it comes and goes.
Fastball up and away, 1-2.
Him and Stanton together, I mean.
They just can't stay healthy. And Judge, it's especially with the rib injury he had last year where he missed so much time. I don't know if he was in the lineup today. I'm going to have to look at it. They were down there getting beat 10-5. That's when he popped up right up the chute to the third baseman, and Hamilton will squeeze it for out number 2.
2 down, runner on first for the Hornets. Back to the top of the order for Mr. Cole Dixon coming up here, and Dixon is a tremendous player.
Judge was not in the lineup today. Kluber got lit up.
We got, I want to mention the Owensboro Thoroughbred scoreboard. They're in action tomorrow night. How about that at 7 p.m. as they take on the Dayton Flight. Be sure and check that out on the TBL Sports Network.
Is that the opening of the regular season?
That is, yeah. The opening in the regular season. They got a big exhibition win over the Bobcats. And Columbus Condors over the weekend as well on the 11th. So back-to-back nights for the Thoroughbreds this weekend.
Dixon now, he's 1 for 2, singled and flew out to left field. First pitch curveball was high, comes right back with it.
Man.
Whoa, where was that one?
Man, that one looked good.
That looked really good from here, and around the count to 2-0.
I think the ump just missed that one in the dugout. You hear the groan from the crowd. They were just waiting for him to.
Coach Head needs to make sure his
strike.
catcher sets up behind home plate. Fastball down and away, 3-0. Once again, cut this thing right down the middle 3 times, see how far you can hit it.
I don't know if I do that to Cole Dixon.
If he hits it out, it's 9-2, Steve.
Sure. Having a little mound visit here. But, yeah, the Thoroughbreds were in studio yesterday. Download that Owensboro radio app. You can listen back to the podcast tab. Coach Anderson, Corey Wilford in talking about their big exhibition win over Kokomo and getting set for the week. I'm telling you, man, you get to see a little bit of this team. Owensboro's in for something really special with the Thoroughbreds this season. I promise you're not going to have players jettisoned out and all this crazy stuff we've seen in years past. You got a real squad coming into the Sports Center here in a couple of weeks.
I'm looking forward to it.
Be good.
So 3-0 count on Dixon, man at first, 2 out. Fastball down the middle for strike 1, taken all the way there. And once again, Coach Head yelling out to Mr. Payne, do it again. 3-1 here. We're in the top of the 5th. 9-0 Apollo. Fastball right down the middle. That was laced to left field for a base hit. And then bobbled out there a little bit at third, out in left field, but they'll get this one in and leave runners at first and second. Dixon out 2 for 3.
Yeah, Dixon's just a player. I mean, you put anything in the zone, he's going to hammer it. I mean, hit the first one hard back in the first inning, got out. But other than that, he's been on base twice now and having a nice little outing tonight again.
I'm going to bring up the catcher, Drew Leday. He singled back in the first, popped out to third base in the third. 1 for 2 tonight, now first and second. Shows you how big that pickoff was.
Oh, absolutely.
Led off with a walk and then got directly picked off. Fastball away, 1-0. Falling behind the count after about 2 innings there and right in the middle where he was ahead in the count most of the time. Struggling a little bit here in the 5th.
Yeah, I think he's, like I say, I think he's maybe getting a little tired out there. He's throwing a lot of pitches in this ballgame, a lot of full counts early on, and see if he can settle in here and finish out this inning.
He'll come set and deal. Maybe. Here it comes. Fastball popped up. And let's see the catcher chasing after it. Let's see if it's going to come back to him. Nope, couldn't get to it. Foul ball, 1-1.
He looked up, and I think the first thing he saw up there was the lights. And then when he saw that, he ran into the umpire, and then it just kind of set the whole thing on a bad motion there. 1-1 count coming up. And, you know, it seems like it's just all gloom and doom. But Hancock's had runners in scoring position in every inning except the last one.
Yep.
That was the only inning where they didn't. And just got to get that big hit to push a run across.
So 1-1, 2 out here. First and second for Hancock. Payne deals. Curveball misses high. 2-1.
I think he lost the curveball a little bit. You know, that was breaking down in the zone a little bit earlier, but now everything's staying up on him right now.
Been a little bit of a struggle this inning. You got Caleb Cowan, the big hitting left-hander on deck. This is the guy you want. You don't want to go any farther. Pitch, fastball down, fouled off, and that will be out of play. 2-2.
Yeah, I think you just come after him, and if you let him put it in play, let
you
the defense
go
work for you.
Yeah, go right after him right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 9-0 Apollo. Hancock threatening those runners on first and second.
The day will get set. Payne will back off, and they'll go back through the signs again. The catcher will check the wristband, and he'll flash the signs, and Payne will get them set. First and second, 2 out, 2-2 count. Pitch, curveball, flared into short right field. Here comes the right fielder
really
coming on, and he will make the grab, and that will end the inning. No runs. They do get 1 hit. They leave a couple men on base, and after 4.5, it's Apollo 9, Hancock 0.
When bad weather hits, you can submit school and business closings at owensbororadio.com. Select the contact tab at the top of owensbororadio.com, then hit cancellations. Give us all the information about the school or business closing, and we'll spread the info to our listeners. Brad Emberton Heating and Cooling makes bad weather announcements possible. Your comfort is Brad Emberton's business. Again, to submit a cancellation or a closing, visit owensbororadio.com and click the contact tab at the top of the page.
You come to us broken. You come to us injured. You come to us scared, and you come to us lost. But we pick you up when you are broken. We stand beside you while you heal. We help you defeat your fears, and we find justice. We are Foreman Watson Poultry, and we are dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
And welcome back here to Eagle Parks. We head to the home half of the fifth inning. Apollo 9, Hancock County 0. The Eagles just looking to play to run and get this game completed here, and then we'll see what they can do here in the bottom half. The last inning was the only inning they haven't pushed across the run. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third. Just looking to get one more, Vic, and they're out of here.
One more and you're out. Save some innings and some pitches, and it'll be 9-1-2. It'll be Brown, Dalen Brown, the DH leading off, and then we're back to the top of the order with Bowman and Clee.
And you really like to go out there and get it for your pitcher, who's been tremendous tonight. Go pick him up here and get him out of here a little early and get him that win.
I will say this, Sam Walsh has done a nice job since coming in. The lefty, those little crafty lefties are tough. Brown on the night, he is 0 for 1, grounded out the third and walked. And the first pitch fastball misses in, 1-0.
Looked good. I thought it was a strike there. And he's got the look. He's just got the baseball player look on the mound. Walton. High socks, the hair was sticking out of the back of the hat there.
Nice job holding up there for Brown. Runs the count to 2-0 on the check swing.
Like he's done a pretty good job keeping Apollo off balance.
Like I said, those lefties, they're just tough. I don't know what it is about them. They're just, they think with the wrong side of with their head, the brain. I always say that everybody's born left-handed, just as best to overcome it. But the count now 3-0, and it's the one thing you don't want to do, a leadoff walk. Trying to come all the way up the ladder, climb the ladder. First, that fastball right down the gut. It was a take all the way by Brown. Runs it to 3-1. He may be taking again here, too, leading off, trying to get that run home.
He's wasting no time. He's got somewhere to be tonight.
There's ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. Brown's on. Let's see if they run for him and put a little speed on the bases for him.
He was ready to go. He rounded first base on that walk, and everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing?
They bring up Harrison
intense,
Bowman.
Man.
He's 1 of 2.
Good kid.
2 runs scored, singled back in the third, hit by pitch in the first, and he flew out to center field.
He'll be a big contributor for Coach Edge on the football team, no doubt about it, over there on first base. Can't run through anybody unless it's the catcher. I don't believe
he can't even do that anymore.
No, he can't.
First pitch fastball misses in, 1-0.
Mr. Forsport, future Vikings kicker Harrison Bowman at the plate.
That fastball's down, 2-0. Walt's having trouble finding the strike zone here. Walk the leadoff hitter, go 2-0 here on Bowman. The lefty deals, fastball down the middle, fouled off out of play, 2-1.
How strange is it for some of these seniors? You say, they got to take all this in because this is their last season and doing this, and this, and now you really just don't know. It may not be their last.
Yeah,
they may be able to do their second last season next season.
Yeah. You really don't know, and that's something that just nobody knows. That ball pounded right at the shortstop, ate him up. Nice job there, but he's not going to be able to get anybody. Throws it away. Now you're going to have a guy runner goes to second and third now. It'll be second and third, nobody out. So you get 2 errors on the play. A double error there by Cole Dixon.
That was a great job. That wasn't really Dixon's fault, honestly. The second baseman never came over to cover second.
Second baseman, he bobbled the first one. The second baseman was late getting there. Then you got to give him, on the bobble. You don't get anybody out. Then you give the throw is the second error because now you've given up more bags, and now it's second and third. And you would think Hancock would bring the infield in here with Clee, but they have not.
But I think if the second baseman's covering second there, I think they still get the out at second.
Oh, I do too. I do too. He was late getting there. I'm actually surprised Hancock's not bringing the infield in here. That run scores, game's over.
It's over. Yeah, now they're going to.
Now they bring him in. Pitch late. 1-0 for Clee. He'll pop this one up in behind third base. Dixon on the run. Nice job by the third baseman. It wasn't Dixon. That was caught by the third baseman, Wills.
Great job over there. Good concentration, over-the-shoulder grab there, and that's tough.
And that will bring Judd up. Judd's 1 for 1, 2 walks, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored on the night. I'd probably put this one on if it was me and go on to set the double play up and try to get out of it here.
I mean, for Holder, who's been scorching red hot, so
yeah, but still
you got to get him anyway at some point.
That pitch will be up, 1-0. Let's see if this is the old unintentional intentional walk. You at least set up the force play at home, and or get a hard ground ball, you set the double play, and they are going to put him on intentionally. Good call, Vic.
I will never question your baseball knowledge, Mr. Evans.
I mean, you've got to cut the run off anyway. Now you set up the force play.
And you're going to have to get Holder anyway with 2 out, unless you get some sort of freaky play out here in the infield.
Now, normally here, I would put the 2 in the middle back and try to turn a double play here, but they're going to leave the infield in and go straight home and try to cut off the winning run here. Holder will come to the plate, and he'll ground this one down the line. It'll be a single, and that will end the game as Apollo will walk this one off 10-0 on the RBI single by Holder, his 3rd RBI of the night. And that will bring it to the end of this one as Apollo gets the big 10-0 win over Hancock County. You've been listening to the ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. We'll be right back to wrap this one up in just a few moments.
Hey, what's going on?
What did Holder do in that game?
He went 3 for 4.
ESPN Owensboro. And the reason we are dressed in our graduation garb is because we are wanting to celebrate the class of 2021 with senior shout-outs all presented by McDonald's of Owensboro.
That's right, graduating class of 2021. Big thanks to the Owensboro area McDonald's for making all of this possible with all your favorite items here. You got the caffeine, you got the food. It's time to get it, seniors.
And the only way to submit a senior shout-out is by going to owensbororadio.com/senior shout-outs, and here is how you do it. It's that simple to do. owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts, and you can put a lot more than just a picture in there, David.
Absolutely. You can do photos, you can do audio, you can even do captions to let everybody know all about your favorite senior in the tri-state area.
It's owensbororadio.com/senior shoutouts. This is all made possible, again, thanks to McDonald's of Owensboro. So when you need that caffeine fix or you need to get those brain cells pumping by getting some food, go to McDonald's of Owensboro. And again, congratulations to you, class of 2021, for reaching the finish line. Yeah, buddy!
All right, good job, Abe. It's time to celebrate. Congratulations,
seniors. And the way to celebrate,
toss your
throw the cap up!
Welcome back here, Eagle Park. Apollo gets the big win, 10-0, ATTC Manufacturing Game of the Week. Apollo over Hancock County, Vic, and got some stats. I know Max Holder was tremendous at the plate, and then, of course, Payne on the mound. I mean, that's a pretty lethal combination for Apollo.
Yeah, for Apollo, Payne goes all 5. Hancock, no runs, 3 hits. It did have 4 errors. Apollo, 10 runs, 7 hits. They had a couple errors. But the big offensive night, Max Holder, 3 of 4, 3 RBIs. Nick Judd goes 1 of 1 with 3 walks, 3 runs scored, couple RBIs. Trevor Payne helps his own cause. Not only was he great on the mound, getting the win, 5 innings pitched, he goes 2 for 3 on the night, couple RBIs. He got to a big 2 RBI single back in the first. And for all in all, for Apollo, I thought it was just a really well-played game. And I thought Payne, after the rough first inning, he got the line drive double play. He kind of settled in and battled and got ahead. And did what you're supposed to do. Throw strikes, get ground balls, let your defense play.
Yeah, Apollo I thought the at-bats were tremendous. They didn't swing anything out of the zone. They looked really sharp. I mean, if you'd have told me coming in, Hancock I don't think has played since Tuesday, whereas Apollo's played 5 games in the past 3 days. I think that would be advantage Hancock County, but you wouldn't know it coming out tonight. Apollo looked very sharp. And, you play that many games, you start to get into a rhythm. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's their 6th win in a row for Apollo.
I really like what I saw from him at the plate. I want to be aggressive in the zone. They didn't chase pitches. They got themselves in good hitters counts. And when they got good hitters counts, they didn't miss. They found a lot of barrels tonight, hit a lot of line drives. And all in all, I thought it was an impressive game by Apollo, and I really like what I saw.
Yeah, and for Hancock County, just back to the drawing board a little bit. I think they got to find the routine plays kind of escaped them a little bit
It did.
tonight. It gave up a lot of free bases, and it just wasn't real clean. And when you play a team the caliber of Apollo, or what you're going to see a lot here in the third region, the top half of it, if you're going to be in that top 5 of the Canty Dairy Queen All-Area team, top 10, I mean, you're going to have to play a little bit sharper, I think, if you're the Hornets going
Team
forward.
defense is so important. It gets so overlooked in baseball. I thought a couple of times tonight the outfielders gave up a lot of extra bases, overthrowing cutoff men. And then, like I said, I just didn't think for Hancock and the staff, have got to do a better job of getting ahead in the counts. There were way too many 2-0, 3-1 counts, and Apollo hitters thrived on that tonight. And then after the first inning, Payne got ahead, threw the nice changeup, the nice curveball, did a nice job. Really impressed with Apollo tonight.
Absolutely. And moving on now, we'll have our brand new Canty Dairy Queen Top 10 baseball on Monday on 102.7 The Game live at 5. Join us then. Softball's coming on Tuesday. I'll have to tag you guys in. I'll be Monday and Wednesday next week.
Well, you can't miss Friday because you got mock draft 3.0.
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule. I think we're in Muhlenberg at 5:30 next week. I got the dad hat and the broadcaster's hat on at the same time. We'll work it out. Nonetheless, we'll be live at 5. Brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree on Monday. Everybody have a tremendous weekend. Looks like great weather. Everybody have a tremendous weekend. We'll see you Monday live at 5, 102.7 The Game.